So welcome back people to my channel. So today I'm going to code a seesaw simulation. So seesaw is something like this, which you have played. I assume that you might have played in your childhood days. So yeah, I'm going to code a seesaw simulation. You can see there is a lot of type of seesaws are there. It's basically a lever, like one person, if he sits in one side, if he sits in one side, then the other person may go up based upon his weight. If the person who's heavier from the person than the person who's sitting in the other side of the seesaw, then he will go down, and the man or girl who's sitting in the other side will go up. So that was the basic idea. I may show you a GIF. This may be a Yeah, this is a very funny GIF. So I will draw in such a fashion, yeah, I'll draw in this fashion. Like there will be a handle here, and there will be a pivot here. The pivot will be triangular in shape, and yeah, there will be a bar which must be rotating around that pivot. And there's another GIF here. A lot of funny GIFs are there. This one is good. So, okay, so let's start coding. I've created a pen in code pen. I will need only HTML and JS. So I've reduced the size of CSS window. So let's create a canvas element here. I've given it a height as 500 pixel and width 500 pixel. Well, I'll change it in JS code. I will set the width and height of canvas according to the device width and height. Just create an element canvas which will use to access that I've created in HTML. Have a context object from canvas. Well, if you have gone through my earlier video, the clapperboard animation, then you must know that context is used to draw in the canvas. Canvas is an object in which you can draw. Let's have the function set dimensions. Set dimension. This will be arrow function. I hope you know what is the arrow function is. And canvas.width will be window dot inner width by inner width, and canvas dot height. I'm This time the canvas will take the whole of window. So canvas dot height will be window dot inner height. So I'll just set them list dimension. And also we'll set dimension when we reset the window. Let's have a draw function. So before drawing, we need to see how we can have our objects and how we can have a class. So we'll have one, two, two class. One is the pivot. This pivot will be either this triangular in shape, or it can be this rectangle having a triangle at the top, and this is called the pivot. This whole thing is the pivot. This whole thing is a bit different. This I will take only one. I will consider only one part of the seesaw, and I will code it. Like I will consider this one as the bar, which will have a handle here, and I will do one thing. I will just have two of this bars, and I will just draw it in one like in opposite directions. Like I will try it in how we can draw in opposite direction canvases. We'll use scale. If you do scale -1 comma 1, then this will be in the mirror one. The other one, the one which will you are drawing, the other one will be in mirror image. In its mirror, it will be in its mirror image position. So yeah, so we'll have two classes. One is the pivot and one is the bar. The bar will also have a handle. So let's draw the bar. Let's code the bar class. We'll have x and y and w and h. Dot x equal to x. Similarly, this plus y is equal to y. This means the object of the bar class, the variables of the bar object, the object you will use to get access of that bar class. Let me just yeah. Okay, done. We'll have a dig. I will specify the angle for the rotation, for the pivot rotation, and we'll have a w. And we'll have a scale. Oh, we don't know the scale here. We'll use the same context or save context of restore. If you know, followed my last, if you followed the last video I uploaded on YouTube, you may have an idea what dot save and dot restore does. Well, dot save will save the context state till that point, and restore will restore the context state which was saved. I will translate the canvas to the middle point of the bar. The middle point of the bar is x comma y. If the middle part is x comma y, then the rectangle will also start in middle from the middle point. Like I think middle point here is not the middle point of the bar. It will be the tip of the or the bottommost part of the bar. Bottommost in the left bottommost part, which is the left part of that bar. It will be the bottom left. X comma y will refer to the bottom left part of the bar. That angle rotation in degrees, and this must be in radians as I discussed in my last video. And let the color be black. We'll see if we can have some other color to make it look good. Let us have it as black. Then context dot fill rect 0, 0, this dot w, this dot h. Well, what is x comma y here is x comma y is this point. It is the middle point of this whole bar, but we are just coding this part of the bar, so we need it as the bottom left portion of the bar, and this is the bottom left portion of the bar. Now let's draw a handle. The handle will be like in the height, like the hand. Yeah, if it is another thing here, If it is the bottom left part, if you are defined as x comma y, and this will be the top part. So this will be minus h. This dot minus h. You can see the handle is somewhere here. Like I think it is the middle point of this thing's width, width. But I will just draw it somewhere around here. Yeah, somewhere around here because he's standing a bit. The guy which is standing the drawing, I guess, the figure which is sitting on the seashore. It is sitting like it has left some space in the right from the left from the right. So I will draw it somewhere around here or here. So let's say it is like 9/10 of the width, or I guess I can say, yeah, somewhere around here he is sitting. So I'll say around 4/5 of the width. It must make sense. So draw a handler will have another method. Draw a handler. Fill style will be also black. I'm having multiple fill style because I can later change the fill style. So now fill rect. It will be somewhere around 4th to the bar, and it will be a minus this comma h. I don't think it's minus this one h. It will be around. Let's say the height of that handle uh, is somewhere around twice of the height, or thrice of the height, or five, yeah, twice of the height of that bar. So I will say it is around minus 2 equals h, and this is height must be the last parameter of the fill rate. Fill rate has 4 parameters, and this will be around width by 5 or width by 10 will do. Width by 10 will do. Now let's draw the pivot bar. Like let's have an update method also, since you have to continuously update it. This is minus 3 this dot h, the y coordinate of the thread. Since this like twice the height of the bar, the handle, it will end in minus h. Like the bottom portion will end at minus h. So since it's twice the height of that bar, the topmost part will be h minus h minus 2 into this dot h. So it is minus 3 of h, this dot h. So let's have that update method now. We'll have one more thing to specify the direction of rotation, that is called is this dot h. Well, let's have this dot there. Now. We must also specify the scale here. Let's specify the scale from the parameter constructor, and this dot scale will be 1 of scale, and this will be canvas or scale. the degree, the rotation will depend on the this dot there, the direction of rotation, and the unit it will rotate is 9. Now I don't need semicolon. This dot deg is less than equal to 40 is greater than equal to 45 or less than equal to minus 45. It will be minus. Okay, so what I was thinking was if we can no let it happen that way. That there is equal to 1 minus 1. If this we change the direction if it reaches minus 45, minus this deg is given 0 and this dot there is equal to 1. Yeah, easy stuff. Now let's create a bar and see if we can rotate it. Let's create a function to init the bars and also the pivot, but pivot we haven't coded yet. We just want to test this bar certain position at a certain position. We want to test the bar. We'll call it rotating bar. Sorry, rotating bar is the variable. You're just declared here. We'll define here. The reason why I have this init method is if you resize the window, then the width and height of canvas will change. So we can also call init to change the the dimension of other thing also, other objects also. New bar. Sparse the width and height. Width will be the canvas width by 2. Height will be canvas height by 2. And it will be like canvas or width by 3. The width or by 4. And it will be canvas dot height like 10 or 5. 10 will be right. 10 will be the right thing. And 1. In bar we are going to draw here. Okay, last video I used set interval to continuously render to call the draw method. Now in this video I'm going to use something else. I'm going to use window.request animation frame. Animation frame, and this method will take a function which we want to call regularly, and that will be draw. So window.request frame will call the draw method in our case when it gets the frame animation frame, but it will only call once. So to continue to render it, we need another method that is called, we have to call this window.request animation frame inside this draw. So we need some time interval also. The one thing, let's have this, call it t equal to 0. And why I need this, because at each time it will call this request animation frame, it will be very fast. But we want to regulate the speed of the rotation. So what we are going to do is, if t percentile 10 is equal to 0, then only we are going to update the rotating bar. I think this code does make some sense. Let me run this. There may be some issues which I'll debug. Okay, I think this combust of skill is not a function. Yeah, it isn't a function. Where I did the mistake, that is context.scale. So to close this. So this thing is working. The only issue is I haven't called this draw handler method. And this will be this dot draw handler. Don't give me an issue error here. And there is, we have to also clear the rect. You have to clear the canvas on regular basis. Just increase the size of this thing. And yeah, we have to on window reset also, we have to call init. There's some minor issue also. This is not W, this is this dot W. Yeah. We have saved this thing. And the speed is not consistent enough. What we can do is You can have a variable called speed or like frames. I will set as 5. I'll do one more thing also. I will decrease the size of the handler. Yeah, I'll do only this dot h. Now I have to see with what was the height I gave this thing. I think it will be around width and height. Width by height. This looks good. Like I will just say that's 20. I'll do one more thing. I'll do it 10. This looks good. What I noticed that I don't need two of this thing. I can have only one also. So what I'm going to do is I can draw a big rectangle also. Okay, just have this thing. Okay. Okay. What I can do is I can draw this thing in this manner also. Don't need scale here. And another thing is I no need this thing here also. Okay. Save. I can have two scale, like I can have a mirror image here also. What I can do is I'll write a small formula. I'll draw two of this rectangle, but in mirror image, one will be mirror image of the other in horizontal direction. Sorry, this, and this thing will be. I'll have a formula for it. I equals to minus 1. So see, I is equal to when I is equal to 0, then this whole thing will be, yeah, it is working, right? You can see it is working. Uh, we'll have this thing also inside this. Yeah, it works fine. So why I did this I equals to minus 1? Well, when I is equal to 0, then 0 into 2 minus 1 will give us minus 1. When I is 1, this whole thing I equals to minus 1 will give us 1. But that's a very basic thing. You can see the animation here. It's now only going in upward direction and downwards till 0, till the midpoint. What we can do is, yeah, this is the thing we can do. You can see we are getting a good animation of this seesaw. Thing left, we want to like handle the touch event and also want to draw the pivot. Before that, what I want to do is I want to segregate this handler logic to another class called handler. Now I feel that it is important, it is not that important, but it will be better for code coverage and all. Like you can have a better clarity of the code. I don't think it is necessary because we are handling a tab. Well, just to do this, just to we have to handle the tab in this class only. I thought it was important, but no, it is not required. We'll just write extra line of code for no reason, and just have this handle tab method here. Pass this x and y variable. Now, so the thing is, we want to handle the tab on this handle, like on this handlers. So, and what we can do is, let us have this thing. Yeah, okay, this thing works, but just we have to call this thing when we're tapping on the handlers. So if first what I will do, I'm going to set the direction as 0. Let it be static at the start of the start of the program. Yeah, it is static. And now what I'm going to do is, if we have to handle a tab, okay, let me save it. If we handle a tab in this handler, then it will go down and this will go up. So the rotation degrees will be something around minus 45, and here it will be, yeah, the rotation of this from this point of this thing will be minus 45, and when we tap on this, it will go down, this will go up. The rotation of this thing from this point is, from the middle point, is 45. So this will be better, we write this as plus. Now what we are going to do is, okay, let me just sound, oh, let me just, yeah, we have done with the first step. I love good music. This music is much better. Yeah. So if we handle on this thing, the direction will be -1, and if we tap on this handler, then the direction will be +1. So let's code this thing. This will be around the it will be this position. This position will be x minus our what was the handler's width and I. Handler's width was something around w by 10, means it was 4/5 of the width. So it will be from the gap. It will be around 4/5 of the width. So and the height will be this dot h. Height is this dot h, and it will start from starting from minus 2 cross this way. So this will be also same. So this dot x minus this dot width cross 4 by 5. So just I okay. So this position x, if you click on this, then the x must be greater than that this dot, this middle point minus 4/5 to the width. Okay, that will give you this point, and it will be less than this thing, this dot x minus 4/5 the width plus with w by 10. Okay, this is bit confusing. Let's have this thing as var handler 1 x 1 x low xl means the lower boundary of x. So with this dot w this dot x minus 4 cross this dot w by 5, and handler 1 xl x high, the higher limit of the x coordinate will be this dot x minus, so it will be in this way we can write handler 1 xl, since we're dealing with the since we're dealing with the rectangle, plus the width of the rectangle. That was what was handler's width. That's why I think it would be better if you done another class for handler, but since we have time is limited, I'm going to do in this fashion. And at 2xl is everything will be plus here. To xl. Similarly, we'll have handler 1 for y coordinates. We have the same thing. Let me just assign it to some variable. This will be like the uppermost point was something from distance h, so it will be minus 2 cross this dot h. Handler. I think both the y coordinates will be same, so we can have two variables here, yl and yh. Dot h. So now if x is greater than equal to this dot handler one, this thing, and y is greater than equal to, I think let's have one condition here. For y, let's y is same for both the handlers, so let's have one condition only. If y is greater than handler y and y is greater than the handler yh, so this works fine. Else, if x is greater than equal to handler L and x is less than equal to handler 2 xh, and let the degree be less than equal to 45. Yeah, if a degree is already equal to like 45 or minus 45, then it must not set a direction to 45. Okay, so how are we going to write this thing? The logic for handling the tap. Oh, I'm writing the handling tapping to tap logic, the logic to tap on the window. I'm writing it first time. So what it will be canvas on mouse down. Since you are touching or the mouse is down on the canvas, so we'll have the on mouse down on the in the canvas for the canvas object. The it will pass event code in event parameter. The parameter will be event. From there we will access the x and y coordinate by this way, in this fashion. If you get the page x and page y, then we can do this rotating xy. Okay, what is the issue here now? This thing is not right. It's a minor issue here. minor issues are there. Okay, this is the issue is in this line. Okay, this is the issue. I just this must not flow. This must be that. Let us click on this. It is not reacting to a touch event. Not check whether it is condition is right or not. X and Y is coming here, but what is handler Y? Let us print all the thing. I'm concerned with Y1L. And the first thing, it is not like the Y coordinate. There's some issue with the Y coordinate. Mm, So what can we do here?